Widows was directed and co-written by Steve McQueen and stars Viola Davis, Colin Farrell, Elizabeth Debicki, Michelle Rodriguez, Brian Tyree Henry, Daniel Kaluuya, Cynthia Erivo, Carrie Coon, John Bernthal, Jackie Weaver with Robert Duvall and Liam Neeson. Based on the 1985 British miniseries where criminals are killed after a heist, leaving their widows to pick up the pieces of their mistakes in corruption and greed. Steve McQueen does not make easy films. Hunger, Shame, and 12 Years a Slave are hard to sit through, asking uneasy questions about suffering characters and refusing to give those easy answers. And with Widows, writing the script with Gone Girl author Gillian Flynn and assembling one of the most powerhouse casts imaginable, McQueen stays true. There are some rather obvious problems in Widows, namely the nature of the plot. Because it's adapting a miniseries, you have many different characters almost competing for screen time, with subplots and motivations all happening at the same time. It can feel daunting to follow the story along, particularly when things get twisted on their head and everything changes rapidly without clear explanation. However, this is McQueen and Flynn's purpose. By telling an unconventional thriller story, more in the vein of Michael Mann than an Ocean's movie, filled with heavy socio-political themes all grounded in realism, McQueen and Flynn don't want to spoon feed. They want you to sit, invest your time and energy, and think hard about what you just saw. This is not an easy film to review because I'm still processing how everything fits together, but the cast is thankfully used so well. The focus is on Viola Davis, and she is typically amazing, powerful, and perfect as this woman trying to find her own identity even in unimaginable grief. Both Elizabeth Debicki and Michelle Rodriguez show off brand new talents as characters completely out of their leagues. Cynthia Erivo examples the control the other three desire. Brian Tyree Henry and Daniel Kaluuya are bloody terrifying. Colin Farrell is deeply conflicted, Robert Duvall is a hammering presence, and John Bernthal, Carrie Coon, and Liam Neeson are too much into spoilers to talk about their characters. Though several actors don't get a lot to do, each one steals their respective scenes and makes a hard impact. Steve McQueen typically brings an amazing crew of technical performers, with Sean Bobbitt's gorgeous cinematography, Joe Walker's masterful editing, and the pulsating score of Hans Zimmer. So many scenes have been burned into my brain for how they were shot, cut together, and just sounded, which is exactly what I desire from film. Widows granted me another peek into the mind of a master and his extraordinary crew working at full capacity. The plot is too complex at times. The dialogue dances between tough density and plain bluntness, and it takes a while for things to happen. But it is all intentional. Everything in Widows has a perfectly designed purpose to exist. The performances from this mind-blowing cast carry you through. The cinematography, editing, and music are perfect. McQueen's direction challenges your expectations. And Widows remains a prescient look at the nature of corruption, racism, greed, and grief. And I'll say that Widows is an A-. So Widows, have you seen it? What do you think about it? What do you think about this review? Let me know down below, and if you want more Mr. Movies, follow the links coming up right now, and thank you for watching.